Wally Tonali, good day. Buenos dias. Palabra 69. Just want to send out, a little bit of prayer, some good medicine, you know what I mean? And just wanted to share something that I forgot to mention yesterday. Something I observed, I was driving, I was running my errands and stuff, and I saw this guy in a little cart, from our apartment complex, looked like he was like the landscape manager or just the general manager probably, and he's talking to a kid, right? And you could tell they were teenagers, him and his girlfriend, I would suppose, you know what I mean? And there was a time where they should have been in school, right? And I'm thinking, wow, this guy probably caught these kids ditching school and they were doing something on the property or something, right? So I come up to the stop sign and stuff, and I'm watching, what's going on, because I'm like, I don't know if this guy knows them or not. And conveniently, it was just right down the street from where, where we live. The apartment complex is down the street, right? So I was able to back in and park, right? And I was watching, and then the guy's in his face, and he's like, woo, whatever. And as I turn off my car, I can hear more clearly, right? And I see the little girl right there, the girlfriend, I would assume, like just walking around like, well, what the hell's going on here, right? And I didn't know, maybe that was her dad, you know what I mean? Maybe she got busted with the boy or who knows what, you know what I mean? But as I start, going over there, because my concern is like, hey man, you're a grown man yelling at kids, you know what I mean? So as I start going, he looks up at me kind of, and then I guess he realized what was up, you know what I mean? And I just want to commend you, you know what I mean, for that, you know what I mean? And I'm sorry I didn't mean it, I wasn't going to be rude or anything, but I just want to commend you for noticing me. And he mentioned, you're my son. This is why I tell you this. You weren't supposed, you had a contract. And I guess it was his kid that he caught ditching with his little girlfriend, his little Jainita. And it was probably, I was leaving the gym, so it's probably like about 9:30, 10 in the morning, where they should have been in school. And I'm listening to him, and he's like telling him, look, I love you, you know what I mean? You don't understand. And I could feel the passion, and that's what caught my attention, was because of the way he was like yelling at him in a way, you know what I mean? He was being assertive in a way. And I guess the kid, was already that close to being suspended from school, got issues, getting close to being put on probation. And the father is frustrated, and he's trying to relate to him. Look, I love you, man. You have a good opportunity here to like get back on track, and like, life isn't that hard. I'm here for you. And the kid even tried to be lippy one time, like made a comment, and I was like, damn, I was trying to actually like record it from far away, but my mic didn't fucking get it to try to share with you guys. Then I was actually thinking, hey, maybe I should go over there and ask the dude, hey, do you mind if I wanted to ask him some questions, like, hey, and let him know, hey, I thank you for what you were expressing and sharing, because a lot of times as parents, we don't get that. And here, this dude, I looked at him and I could tell he's from the hood. He had his tats and but he's in the professional world. He's doing his job. But he took time off his job to catch his son and to fucking tell him, hey man, what you're doing is wrong, in front of his little girlfriend, his little Jainita. And I'm sure he probably gave her a piece of his mind también, you know what I mean? Because sometimes girls are trouble too. Pero watcha, all this to say is that dad, and I'm sure he was a single parent, because, the kid was saying something like, I'll go live with mom. And he was like, man, it's, whatever, you know what I mean? But I want to just commend that single guy, you know what I mean, who was talking to his kid. And I just want you to know that, I saw you, man. You know what I mean? Your kid may not see you right now. He might not appreciate you, but maybe later on, hopefully, you know what I mean, he doesn't get sucked in the system and he comes and thanks you for that. Because that's what I do. I thank my mom, and I can never stop apologizing, you know what I mean? Because I look back to all the consejos she gave me, the ones I disobeyed, the ones I knew were right. And that's, that's the vergüenza I carry. But I want to just say, hey man, what you were doing was right. Keep that up, much prayers. And I hope, your son, absorbs what you were trying to share with him, you know what I mean? Because it's meaningful, and it shows that as a parent, you're there for him. Other people may not notice it. People are always going to talk myself about us. But I'm a complete stranger, and I saw you, man. I saw you right there expressing to your kid how much you love them, the future you want for them. And I want to thank you for that, you know what I mean? Because a lot of times you don't get them thanks. You don't get that notice. I saw you. The Creator put me there at that time to see that. Thank you. Oh, stay true to you.